Good afternoon, everyone. This is Bill Johnson, and we're here for the biggest and most important bicycle motocross event ever held, Hell Track.
Welcome to the Rad Movie Podcast. I'm your host, Tony Donaldson, and a super fan of the movie, probably like you. In this podcast, I will be interviewing the cast of the film, some of the writers, and some notable fans. You can watch this podcast as a video podcast on YouTube or listen to it anywhere you listen to podcasts. Please consider liking and subscribing and share this with your Rad fan friends. Hey, fellow Rad fans. Sorry it's been a minute. Had some scheduling problems and that kind of thing. I'm just doing this as a hobby. So I have hopefully got some more guests lined up, so it will be a more regular thing. Trying to get back to a weekly schedule, and I have my first notable fan, almost lined up. We're in talks. Actually, we tried to do recording yesterday, and it failed, but that's a long story. Anyway, my guest today is Jeremy Moser. He's one of the bookends in this photo. This is from 2013 when we recorded the behind-the-scenes audio project for the movie. And that is still available in some places, and I may have to re-release it if anybody's interested. So he's one of the bookends, and the other end is Jose Yanez, who I'm hoping to get on the show one of these days. That I'm working with a couple of friends on. He's not got the technology down to be able to do it yet, but Jeremy was in the movie. He has the best, one of the best rad fan pages on Facebook, and I'll link to that below in the description. And you've got to go check it out if you're a fan. If you're not already a member, which you very well may be, but. Jeremy's got some exciting news about what's going to happen later this year in Cochrane and Calgary for the 40th anniversary. This is going to be a huge celebration. We have dates now. We have some tentative schedules. We're still looking. They're still looking for sponsors for the event. So if you know anybody, please let us know. And other than that, without further ado, here's Jeremy. Hey, Jeremy. How are you?
Hey, Tony. Good to see you.
Yeah, you too. Are you back in California now?
I am. I'm in Huntington Beach, back in California. Feels
Boy,
great.
You're in the
Beautiful
middle
day.
of it then.
Yeah, I'm loving it. It's not a bad place to be.
Right on. Have you been going to HB Tuesday?
About every other one.
Okay.
It's fun. Those guys are always funny down there. I see Martin down on Main Street every once in a while, especially the Tuesday nights during the street fair. He's hanging out. So, yeah, it's a good time. Those guys are great to see. Absolutely.
It's always a good time to go down there. It's just tough on me because it's a lot of traffic.
Yeah, it's a little far for you. I get it.
Yep. So I'm gonna I'm gonna get into it at some point, but tell everybody listening and watching your part in Rad to begin with.
Wow. So back in 1985, my mom fell in love with Everett Rosecrans at a GT Vans BMX show in Richmond, Virginia. It was just essentially that summer. They connected. Was a couple crazy weekends with Martin, Rick Allison, and Beetle Rosecrans on the road doing shows.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
And, yeah, it was. It was a dream come true for a kid born in Defiance, Ohio, Richmond, Virginia, to now we're hooking up with these guys, and it was awesome. We had a lot of fun. We rode through the woods with those guys. We showed them our rope swings. They were doing their antics and had a blast. And Mom took us to McDonald's and said, "Do you guys want to move to California?" And we absolutely despised being in Richmond. No offense to anybody from Virginia, but it was not for us. We weren't happy. and California sounded like a lot of fun. So we really had to establish the roots, and before you knew it, Ev was driving us across the country from Richmond, Virginia, straight to essentially he lived in Corona, California.
Wow, I didn't know that part of the story.
Yeah, and the first night we got here, we actually went down to Huntington Beach to Maxwell's. My parents did, with Dave House. So remember that name?
Good Lord. Oh.
Yeah.
The slimiest of the slimy.
He had a Corvette, and my brother and I ate at the pizza place next to Maxwell's, put our feet in the ocean for the first time on the Pacific. Nice. And parents had dinner at Maxwell's. So yeah, that was my first California experience. Really was that.
Wow.
And then the next day we went to Vans and walked through the warehouse and picked out all these clothes and shoes and loaded a motorhome full of stuff. They handed us sheets of stickers, the rad stickers that you might see posted every once in a while, and some scissors. And we got in the motorhome and started to drive made a couple stops to get some parts for bikes. That we pieced them together out of Ev's shed that morning, and needed some pedals and things. And Beetle needed stuff for his, so I don't remember where we stopped. I think it was like Orange Cycle or Pedal Power or something out there, and got hooked up on some gear and drove to Canada. So
wow,
and spent 2 months there. So it was a pretty amazing experience.
Welcome to California. Now we're going to Canada.
Exactly. And my mom said we need to get visas. And I was like, oh, cool. I got a credit card? And I had no idea. I was 14 years old. I had no clue.
Right.
So we were like, wow, we go to Canada and a credit card? So I was dumb. But yeah, it was a pretty amazing experience. And we had a blast up there. So it was cool. I mean, just even like the stories, like driving the motorhome up, Beetle wasn't 16 yet, but he was driving, and Ev and Mom were sleeping in the back. And that was the Vans motorhome that they used for like fairs and stuff. So it didn't really have any sleeping in it. It just had benches where you could come in and try on shoes and sit down.
Oh, okay.
So it really wasn't like a comfortable motorhome, but we were sleeping on the floor. I mean, Beetle's driving. I think he had his permit. He definitely had something, but it wasn't his license. I think it was a permit. Right. And him and I are up at the front of the motorhome driving, and through the night, like we just nonstop just drove straight to Calgary, like straight through. It was crazy. So
wow. How old were you then?
I was 14.
Okay. So you weren't doing any of the driving?
15. No, I hadn't driven anything at that point in my life. Not let alone a motorhome through up to 15 to Canada.
Right.
Yeah, so
cool. What was the experience like being on set?
Well, I think most of it for me was okay, so it was a ton of fun. Those guys, being in that group of guys, you've done it, you've hung out with them. They're just nonstop fun. Like everybody's got some prank on each other. Everybody's doing something. There's always just something going on. And when you had a mix of the freestyle and BMX guys up there that were, from pretty big teams, most of them, and then there were those like smaller team guys, or the smaller teams. It was just a really cool dynamic of everybody was in this together. The weather was miserable at times, like sharing rides to the airport. Like, how do you do your laundry? You're there for 2 months, right. All that stuff was like laundry in the pillowcase, we'd go down to the Vans motorhome and drive to a laundromat, and it was always somebody with us, or there was always somebody in and out of our room, or because we had a room. It was the 5 of us. 5 of us in that room. So we had I think it was 2 bedrooms, and then we had a big pull-out bed where Beetle was out in the living room. But the kitchenette in there. It was just a really cool camaraderie with everybody. Had a ton of fun. Nice. I learned so many things. I learned how to put ashtray sand in beds. I learned how to short sheet a bed. I learned how to make water balloons. I learned how to fill up Safeway bags with water and throw them off balconies. We did all kinds of crazy stuff. And I don't know, amazing. Things I may have that group is just they're fun like that, And
yes.
Like we get on the train, and we'd take the train out till it ended, which was I think out by the stadium, like for the Olympics, because Calgary had the Olympics somewhere around then. I think they had the Winter Games or something. I don't remember.
Something like that, yeah.
Right? So they were building for them or something. So it was like all new, and then you just take the train to the end of it and get back on the train and go back into town. I mean, we did like stupid stuff. It was a ton of fun. At 14 years old, it was killer.
Right on. Was that your first time being on a movie set?
Oh yeah. First time in a foreign country. First time California. First time meeting all these guys that were on the covers of the magazines I was stacked up in my bedroom.
Right.
I mean, first time for all that. First time I ever signed an autograph. We're
That's
on the other
awesome.
side of the fence from all the Canadian locals, and they're looking at me like I'm something special, and I really wasn't. I was just really lucky, and it was a fun moment for me to learn to be responsible, and that these people are, you kind of had a role to play, as a
right.
At that moment, somewhat of a celebrity, which by no means do I consider myself a celebrity. But they thought I was something special, and I kind of had to play that part. It was like I didn't want to tell them I'm just a loser from Richmond that got lucky. So it was it was really cool, man. It was life changing, definitely.
Very cool, very cool. And before we get into your some of the things that you've done for the movie, what's your background in BMX?
Not much, honestly. I've always I've always ridden. I've always loved it. I had a Huffy Pro Thunder. I think it was one of my first 20-inch bike. Has a 56 plastic number plate, and the handlebars,
nice.
And we'd ride our bikes all over. The next bike my mom could afford was a Concord Demon. It was kind of like the Schwinn Predator knockoff. Or, like a Mongoose Expert knockoff. Like it wasn't the cool brand, but it was only front triangle of chromoly, but it's what she could afford, and it had Diacomp brakes, so I felt really like I was in there. I was in the mix there, but I never really took racing seriously. We always rode and played and practiced, and did tricks and had a ramp in the front yard, and there was always stuff going on, and then once meeting Ev. And his kids were so involved and so active and talented. I mean, they have tons of trophies and won all kinds of stuff, whether it was races or whatever. I mean, Beetle on the ramps was amazing. Kelly skateboarding. So it was never really Ev never put any pressure on us to do any type of performing or to compete in anything. And we kind of found ourselves in a cool role. We're pretty fortunate to be like the Aaron kids or the runners, at all the contests and events that we went through. So. Hey, go tell Tony Hawk he's up in 15 minutes, like that kind of stuff. So I found that to be more of an exciting role than worrying about any type of competition, which I'm just not
it's more important to have fun, right?
So so we kind of found our niche throughout the whole, traveling with Ev and my mom, and it was a blast. We had a ton of fun.
Right on. Well, then I met you through the audio recording, I think.
Yeah,
we
probably.
Did in 2013. Egads, 13 years ago. Yep.
You should relaunch that. It was pretty cool back then. Maybe someone will pick up on it again.
Yeah, well, I mean, if this thing goes through with the Australian company, it'll be out there again. So it is on the... Awesome. It is on the Vinegar Syndrome limited edition Blu-ray.
Oh, cool. Cool.
So, I think they only made 12,000 of those. And I think they disappeared instantly.
Yeah.
Because everybody was dying to have Blu-ray or at least an official DVD.
Yeah, so, no, that was great when that happened. That was really great.
Yeah.
It was a proud moment for me.
What's that? Oh.
That was a proud moment for me.
It was great to have you there as part of it because you had memories that you wanted to share, and it was great.
Yeah, that was fun. That was a cool room full of people.
It was, indeed.
Haven't had that since then. That was rare.
Yeah. Well, still trying to get Jose, Martin, and Bart on the podcast. So, and
cool.
and I'm trying to get some notable fans, and hopefully tomorrow I'm going to record with Donnie Robinson. He's a huge fan.
Oh, cool.
And an Olympic
That's
medalist.
Awesome.
Yeah. So,
right.
Yeah.
Very good.
So you've got, is yours the most popular Facebook page for the movie?
I haven't checked in a while, but I think it still is. Yeah. 52,000 something followers.
That's awesome. I mean, that's...
Yeah, it's just grassroots, and it was just it started with my blogger page, and then that really couldn't handle it, and I didn't get the attention out of it. I think I started that in 2008, and then and then moved to Facebook, I believe in 2012 when we started the 25th planning, and then the Facebook just exploded. So.
Yeah, I can imagine. Well, hopefully it'll get even bigger now. So, what are you planning for the 40th?
For the 40th, there's a lot of I don't know, I guess maybe expectations for that, and I hate to disappoint people, but it really is more of just a ride. Like, let's just, if you can make it, great. The 25th was a team of people to pull that off.
Right.
Thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of dollars in sponsorship and travel expenses, renting theaters, and we just don't have that network at this stage.
Are you listening, listeners? If you want to give up a few bucks and make this a bigger production, talk to Jeremy.
If some, it'd be great to get on with some of the local breweries up there or restaurants that could host, the start or the finish or maybe lunch. Get some of those types of people involved and have some, some fun, some raffles, or, that they could bring up some of the talent to be at those different locations. But, ultimately, there's been a lot of lockdown on what you can and can't do now that the Schwartzmans are involved in this whole thing and are loving making the DVD. We've all been a little bit handcuffed on what can be done and what can't, and cease and desist letters aren't any fun. So
right.
I don't like to play that game. We all wanted to be in it for fun. They're in it for something different, and we just have to work in parallel paths now because they don't seem to want to work with us. So it is what it is,
it's a shame.
And that keeps it low key. That keeps it more of just us, guys that like to ride their bikes and love rad and bring their family out and cruise around. It'll be organized as far as the rides between Kurt Elksney and Percy Colony. Like, those guys have those maps down. Like, they can do it in their sleep. They drive it every day to work. I mean, they live it and breathe it. So they're awesome tour guides, and I think it'll be just a ton of fun just being really casual. So expectations are, this is not a big, huge, dirty fest kind of event. That's not it at all. It's going to be a time and a place to meet and bring a bike. Or don't, and ride on somebody's pegs, because there'll be somebody that'll shuttle you around.
We all get to be Wesley for that.
Just like the 25th. I mean, I think Kirk was pedaling somebody on the 25th. The guy from Serbia, I think it was.
Okay. All right.
He didn't have a bike.
He's taken me for that tour. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, it's fun. It's awesome, and I think like just being chill, it's gonna be more fun. I mean, there was so much going on the 25th with the times, and we were being all split up, and we were in the van with Hal, and then I'm getting dropped off at a radio station for an interview, and
nice.
Eddie's going someplace, and Brenda was someplace, and Kirk's running somebody, and then there's somebody else picking me up from that to take me to some other thing. I mean, it was like a whole scene, and I really didn't get to have a whole lot of fun because it was so much work for all of us. And this one, we're just gonna ride, just take a ride.
So it's like HB Tuesday, but in Calgary and Cochrane.
Yeah, right where it all started. So it's it's fun to see those spots. Some of them look exactly the same. Some you got to imagine what it used to look like. But
sure.
But it'll be great. And it's a nice time of year. The Stampede, I think, is the weekend before, or the week before. So it's it's a good time to be in Calgary. It's a pretty time of year. Weather's generally pretty solid. If not too warm, it gets pretty hot up there sometimes in the summer. But yeah, it'll be chill. It'll be just relaxed. So set your expectations low. Come hang out, have fun. That's all we're doing.
All right. Well, do you have dates set for it at least?
Yeah. I just slipped. I think it's the 17th, 18th, 19th of July. That weekend.
Okay.
I could be off on that. I have to pull it up, dude. I think it's let me just confirm my calendar. I think it's the 17th, 18th, 19th July. June, July. Oh, yeah, 17th is Friday, 18th and 19th. So the rides we're actually going to do we haven't solidified yet, but either Calgary 18th, Cochrane on the 19th, or flip them.
Okay.
It's depending on if somebody wants to partner up, like a brewery or something, because you might want a Saturday night versus Sunday,
Right.
So.
True.
So, yeah. So if anybody's out there that wants to hook up with us, get a hold of me or Kurt. Kurt's been active on the Canadian side of this, and I'm doing my best down here.
All right. Should they reach out to you through the Facebook page?
Yeah, any which way. That's great.
Email me, passenger pigeon.
Find me on LinkedIn. Yeah. Call you.
All right.
But yeah, it's kind of like it's kind of a bummer because we don't have vans for this. Like they're not interested. I mean they're being sued by the Schwartzmans. So they're not interested in participating. So that was the big sponsor, because we had the Canadian team, which is a separate division of vans, and then in the U.S. with Steve Van Doren taking the motorhome and driving up all the guys.
Right.
He paid for not he, but Van sponsored a lot of the guys for their airfare and expenses. Took care of rooms for people, so that was a huge bonus, having that type of a sponsor to help with the event. I mean, plus all the extra stuff they did for us with making waffles and giving out shoes and T-shirts and the swag. I mean, they were so generous with all that they did for the 25th. They're not even entertaining the 40th at this point,
right?
With the relationship that's been tarnished.
Yeah.
So I don't think Etnies is going to do anything. So.
Yeah, nobody wants to get sued.
You can publish that.
Okay. Yeah, who knows? Maybe they'll step up. So,
we'll
have
see.
You reached out to Kix Cereal?
No. Again, like I'm not in a position to do that. I just don't have the bandwidth at this point. And
okay.
It's so much work. It took a team, and with just Kurt and I on this right now, it's just it doesn't make sense. If we had a sponsor, if we could say Mongoose wanted in, or Specialized or one of those guys, but then we're going to run up against like Schwartzmans and copyright issues, because they're going to want to use logos, and it's not a game that's worth fighting with those guys at this point. They're kind of taking the fun out of it
Well, yeah, certainly. I may reach out to Travis, because he works at Hyper now.
Oh, yeah.
So
that'd be great.
Yeah. Even if they're not,
somebody wants to own it, they can put their name all over it.
Yeah. So, okay. Well, if I can help, let me know too. And if anybody out there wants to help, reach out to Jeremy, and we can make this thing bigger.
Yeah, I mean,
even if it's small,
piece, and then. Yep. Yeah, pick your part or piece or what you can contribute, and we'll see how we can fit it in. It'd be a blast.
It's the 40th anniversary of many of our favorite film.
And it's late, because they're already doing the 40th in the theaters now. We got 4 showings in theaters this time around. So, it's going to be in the summer, so it's on its own. It doesn't have the support of the rest of the launch, but it makes sense to do it in summer. That's when it was filmed, and that's a nice time to be in Calgary to ride a bike.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I mean, it all makes sense, but as excited as I am to see it in the theater every single time, going up and seeing, people that are all my friends now, is my drive to get up there. I'd love to see some of the notable fans make their way up there too. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've been up there, I don't know, 3 or 4 times, through the whole 25th and then with the filming, but I've never really spent a lot of time. I'd love to explore the areas. I mean, Banff looks beautiful.
Oh, man.
There's so much to see that I just...
You could spend months...
I really haven't explored it.
Yeah, you could spend months in Banff. It's just fantastic. Such a great place. And there's some places to ride up there, too.
So...
Yep.
And the other cool thing I'm looking forward to with the 40th is a preview of Eddie Fiola's documentary, which I think is going to be pretty stellar. We have not seen something like this from one of these types of personalities that, were our idols and on the magazine like this. Tony Hawk's done a great one, but I think seeing Eddie on the BMX side of it is going to be pretty cool. So I'm really looking forward to that, cool. And I think that's... for me, that's the highlight. I've seen Rad a lot, so just getting a clip of that preview in the theater is going to be pretty fun for me. So
yeah, I agree. So we're probably going to try and go see it. It's the March 22nd and 24th in theaters.
Yeah.
Which is a Sunday and a Tuesday.
I got my tickets for the early one on Sunday. So.
Okay. Yeah, I've got a couple of people that want to go. Oh, man, yeah. Actually, I wonder if everybody would want to go see it on Tuesday. I mean, in Huntington Beach.
The Tuesday? Yeah.
Yeah, especially if Eddie's there.
Oh, hell yeah, that's a great idea. Let's. I'll go see those guys tomorrow and ask them about that. That's a great idea.
Okay. Yeah. I mean... What better way to do it, right?
Right. Yeah.
So
it'd be fun. Maybe they let us lock up bikes in the lobby or something.
Or just take them in with you to your seat. That'd be annoying.
Yeah, it's Huntington. You probably can.
True. Well, or if there's a... Well, I was going to say you could lock them up in somebody's van, but if anybody saw that, they'd probably try and break in. So...
You're
who knows?
Just to interrupt you, you're breaking up and kind of broken for me, so I'm not sure if you're seeing me solid or not.
It's recording on your computer and it's recording on mine, and it should be really clean in the end.
Okay, good. Okay.
So
cool.
Yeah. So what else do you have going on? What are you doing these days?
Not much, man. Just trying to readjust, big changes in my life personally, and rolling with it.
All right.
I'm having a blast. Huntington's a good place to be.
Yeah.
So looking for that thing that makes me happy, that I can move on with and enjoy. So just
very good.
A lot of changes and a lot of different stuff. So I'm anxious to get my rad stuff out of storage. It's in a safe location, but definitely would like to open those totes again pretty soon. So
nice.
And but maybe one other quick thing we could talk about is on when I was on my move out here, I stopped in Tulsa at the BMX Hall of Fame.
Oh, how's that? I haven't been.
It's awesome. It's awesome. And Gork took me all around, showed me some of the archive stuff. They actually have my bike is in there, my rad bike. The tribute, if you will, or replica. I mean, we can argue about the word. And then some of the mock-up costumes that I had. So Crew and Bart, their jerseys, pants, helmets are on display. So it's pretty cool. It was fun to see that. It was fun to hang out with him for a little while. And then he took me up onto the track, up on the starting gate up at the top. And,
okay.
That's pretty gnarly.
It is.
I don't know that I'd ever do it. I don't think I'd do it on a mountain bike. It's sketch, dude. It's big. So those guys are pretty gnarly. So we got to watch some practice runs. I think there was like an Australian team or something there practicing that day. It was just super cool. Like it's like this international space right in Tulsa. Had a great hotel downtown. Had a great dinner. Like just a really nice experience. And then walking through that Hall of Fame was just like, oh my God, it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
And he starts opening boxes in the back, and it's like, oh yeah, look at this. We just got this in. And you're like, oh my God, like that's from 1978. It's just so cool, the stuff that they get in there. So
that's amazing.
Yeah, if anyone's out that way, it's really worth visiting. It's call those guys; they'll open it for you if they can. I mean, they travel a lot, but everybody's really cool, and it was a really fun couple hours out there. So please make an effort if you can.
Okay, I will definitely do that. Yeah, and I've got some family in Oklahoma as well, so I need to get out there just for that. So.
Oh yeah. Hey, if you're driving, let me know. I want to maybe donate my diorama of the Hell track that I have.
Oh, okay.
I might donate that to them because right now it's sitting in storage. So it's either a coffee table for me in the future or it could be on display out there for people to enjoy. So probably.
Yeah, Redline just sent me back a whole bunch of slides, which means it's pre-2000, 2001. But just a whole slew of my slides. Evan over there was nice enough to send me back all that stuff. And it's pretty amazing. I think I'm going to scan it and send it to Gork. Like, just because...
Oh, cool.
Well, I mean, I'm worried about the last collection of photos that dates back to the 70s and 80s, which is BMX Plus. I don't want to happen to that what happened to the BMX Action Archive, which just wound up in a dumpster in a landfill, which is horrible.
Right.
So
yeah,
there's some talks going on there. I think
awesome.
I think John Carr needs to go with that collection because he shot most of it and he knows most of the people in it.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. Yep.
Nice.
We shall see.
That's great. Yeah, what else is going on?
Nothing much. Just trying to stay busy doing some photography and video work and in this podcast. And trying to get ready to make that trip out to Calgary for the 40th.
Awesome.
So
that'll be great.
I get the feeling that Sam and I are going to be traveling together.
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, we do a lot of stuff together. He lives like a mile from me.
Oh, he's great. That's so cool.
Yeah.
No, that's really cool. Yeah, see, that's the kind of thing that if somebody knows about that, they might be able to, hook you up with a hotel or, make some arrangements or something. If they can have a signing or, have something.
I don't know what Sam's doing, but I know I'm probably staying with Kurt.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So, yeah.
Cool.
He's already offered. And thank you, Kurt. It'd be good to see him and his family. And, it sounds like there's a lot of people going. Jamie Clark's going to try and make it. I had him on the podcast recently. Kelly McQuiggan already lives up there, so she'll certainly be there. So Foxy,
can I just say something about Jamie?
Don't know. What's that?
Can I just say something about Jamie?
Yeah, please.
When we did the 25th, that was probably the first time I recall meeting him. I don't recall meeting him on set.
Okay.
And he was one of the coolest guys during the entire weekend that would get up on the stage and announce. He was helpful. He was like such an asset to that whole event that we didn't really have an announcer, and he had this voice and charisma on stage that was just spectacular, and ran with it and had such a blast. And he was so fun to hang out with. That was a highlight. That was really cool to spend that time with him. So.
I had never met him before we did the podcast interview, and it just struck me how humble and just cool he is, and then you look at his accomplishments, and the greatest thing is in that interview, he ties everything back to Rad. Like, it's just crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
yeah. And he just had a birthday. Did you?
Oh, I didn't know that.
I try to do those posts for the birthdays. Just keep content moving, and it's always fun. Throw something else up. There's some screenshot or something.
Nice. Well, maybe I'll have to wish him a happy belated birthday. So we'll get that moving, but we gotta stay on him for showing up at the 40th.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be really great. And I think Kurt's got a connection with the mayor of Cochrane. I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't put that public, but I think he was like an extra on the set.
Like the one that was the mayor at that time?
No, he's the current mayor.
The current mayor, okay.
But was an extra on the set as a kid.
Oh.
So I don't know the total details of it, but Kurt was really excited to be able to put that connection together and see if he could make something happen, or get some privileged exposure somewhere in Cochrane, or streets blocked, or whatever he was going to try to figure out. But
they should set up a parade through town. As in, like it's in the movie. Yes.
Oh man, I hope it's not as cold as the day we did that parade. That was horribly cold that day.
Oh man.
And you don't really notice it, but the wind chill. We were in the Vans motorhome, which gets no exposure. It's like the last one in the row on the parade. And we're sitting in that motorhome with the engine cover off and our hands on the motor, like trying to stay warm because it was so cold that day. Everybody in there. I've done some of those posts, like check this out posts, where you can see piles of clothes behind people or jackets. Mm-hmm. And like when Bart does his little autograph thing, like that those chicks are freezing. It's so cold.
I can only imagine.
It was brutal that day. So yeah, that was a fun trip too. With I think we were. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, there you are. Yeah, one of the stories I don't know if anybody's really heard was on the way to the set. Maybe like I don't know, one of the first or second mornings or something. Into Boness Park, I think it was. Ev was driving the motorhome, and we're yelling at Ev like the awning on the side of the motorhome had come loose on the front and was 90 degrees off the side of the motorhome on the freeway. And Ev's driving, and he's pissed because we're late and we're lost and we're not getting on time. I don't know what the hell was going on, but it was not a happy moment, right? And he takes this turn off of the freeway from what I remember, and just like swerves and clips this light pole and just ripped the awning off and kept going.
Oh boy.
we were laughing so hard. We were like, he was just like, F it. Just Ev just barreling through. So we rolled into the set, parked the motorhome, jumped out, and did our thing. So yeah, that was pretty funny. That motorhome came back without an awning.
Well, but you made it close to on time. Ev was always fun to hang out with, and he always looked out for everybody. Like he was the greatest team manager. I remember I was on a cross-country video thing for Redline, and ran into him in Woodward East in Pennsylvania, and I was like, "Hey, Ev, how you doing?" And he goes, "I'm great. I quit Vans." I'm like, "What?" Like, that's the face of Vans. To most people, Everett is that. And they tightened up everything and wouldn't let him support the riders the way he has always supported them. And I was happy to hear that he did that. I mean, that was good for him.
Yeah, he had a way about him that was road friendly. That guy was well traveled.
Yeah. Yep. He knew how to get it done, and he always took care of the team. So everybody loved him for that.
He was a dad to everyone. He was the dad and he was a coach. He played both roles really well, and without a blur. Like, it was, you didn't know which one was coach or dad. He had a talent for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Right on. Well, we'll talk again, and we'll certainly run into each other at the 40th. So
awesome.
Thanks for being on with me, and I'll have you on again.
Good to see you, Tony. Take care. Stay rad.
Okay, thanks. Hey, thanks for making it all the way to the end of this episode. Please hit that like and subscribe button and check out our other episodes.